Yeah, so like, well, what's your take on your previous bands and where you wanted to take this new record? It's just another project, or?
Yeah, I guess with everything I've done, I've kind of looked like that guy that's, thank you. I just kind of let that guy just, I don't want to ever come off as being like the wishy-washy guy like I'm doing. You know, I went from Murder Dolls to doing my solo stuff, and then the fun project was Bourbon Crow. Which,
yeah, obviously.
You know, which that's basically all that really was. That was mainly more of a recording project. The Gunfire idea was to really do another band, to step out from the Wednesday stuff, kind of get away from the whole shock rock kind of thing. Which, and there's no offense toward that. I still love what I've done and and I still do love it.
Yeah.
It's just, I needed to do something a little different because I kind of, to that point, I was kind of getting bored with myself.
Yeah.
And doing something like this separates it so much. So when I do go back to doing Wednesday 13, I do go back to working on a new Wednesday record, I'll be more focused. I'll probably have more ideas. It just gives it more life,
Yeah.
So yeah, like with this band, I get out a lot of things I can't do Wednesday. I mean, first off, I'm not playing guitar. I get to run around, be the front guy. It's a lot of material we would never touch. There's ballads, there's just kind of slower kind of rocking songs. So it's a different kind of vibe, and it's not really. I mean, there's a visual thing. We're still a visual band, but it's not so much as mainly about the shock rock and the horror thing that I've done in the past.
Yeah, obviously.
Right.
For this project,
drink Monster.
Monster's actually really good.
Drink Monster.
but yeah, for this project, you've obviously totally revamped your image and sound by cutting out the dreads and playing more stripped down kind of rock and roll. Was that because you wanted people to focus more on the music than the whole image, or?
It really wasn't a thing for anyone. It was more or less for me. I do everything for me first. I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to please fans to a certain extent, but and I do. I try to write good songs. That's what I do. But first and foremost, sorry, I keep running. My nose is running.
It's all right.
But I really try to do what makes me happy first.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily about. I cut my hair, so you pay attention to me. I got something to say. It's just like, I had fucking dreads for 11 years. People don't understand that I toured all that time with dreadlocks down to my waist. To sleep on wet dreadlocks that weigh 5 pounds, that smell like ass.
Oh, I bet that was fucking disgusting.
It's like, I had a good run, and I lasted. I'm gonna need a few minutes, but thank you. It's just, I did my time with it, and it was one of those things where I could keep doing it, and just I got bored with it. I had to do something new, and it was a change for me. It made me feel younger, made me feel different, and I had a new band to go along with it. So
yeah, exactly.
It all worked out.
Because I read that you and Todd Youth actually co-wrote a lot of the songs on the Gunfire record. What was your approach to writing songs in this time around?
I just really writing with Todd was different because I don't usually write with anyone.
Yeah.
So to have someone to bring a few songs into the table and without me actually writing them, changed it all up. Even on this Gunfire record, I sing different. There's more melodies to it, which made it a lot harder for me. Like live, I'm realizing now. The first couple of shows, I'm like, oh my god, how am I going to sing this? But
it's because you're so used to screaming it and singing it a certain way.
But the same thing happened with the Fang Bang record. I was a little more singy on that. And not as scream. And it took me a while to sing some of those songs. But so I'm learning. This is like over a weekend now. So yeah. There's a lot of different stuff on this record that challenges for me. So.
Yeah. So the notice with Skeletons and with this new CD that there are a lot more personal lyrics this time around. Was that just because you got tired of writing songs about zombies and graveyards and shit?
I mean I've been doing the whole horror rock thing since I was 18, 19.
Oh, God.
I think I've done a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I did a pretty good run in doing it. It needs a little break, but basically the Gunfire record, the material, most of these songs, they're real stories. Not every one thing is about me. It's about things I've seen. But a lot of it is personal, and it's basically this record just kind of reflects when I started doing this whole thing professionally with the Murder Dolls. Started in 2002. Just things I've seen, traveling, I went from you know, working a regular job, you know, living with my parents, doing all this stuff. That's where I wrote all those Frankenstein drag queen songs in my bedroom, watching movies every day, no job, nothing to do. And now for the past, you know, 5-6 years, I've been living on tour, living out of a suitcase, you know, leave my family behind for 8-9 months, you know. It's like, so now this is a record I can actually sing about things about my life.
It's got to be a big change, I bet.
And it's good for me. It's a cool thing live, and actually, you know, I actually think about these things I'm singing about live. As opposed to being on stage, I'm not going. I walk with a zombie, going, oh man, I remember the day I did that. You know what I mean?
I bet.
So with a song like Something for the Suffering, I go, oh, I remember when I was taking 4 Xanax a day and I was
being really fucking drunk in hell.
So that's the difference.
Yeah. How'd you come up with the name of Gunfire 76?
When I came up with the whole idea for the first song or anything at all, we just came out from Japan in March this year, and I was in my hotel room and we were just kind of drying out a few days before the tour started, and I knew I was wanting to do a new project, and I just was sitting at my desk online and I was just jotting down names, and I think I wrote the word Gunfire, and I had like maybe 6 or 7 other just words, you know.
Yeah.
And
in 76,
I
obviously.
I kept looking at it in 76. I was born in 76. The song, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I need another number, you know.
Yeah.
I wrote out Gunfire 76. I was like, that's cool. It sounds cool.
Cool.
It's different, you know. So that's basically where it came from.
Yeah. How'd you finalize the touring lineup? Did you go through a bunch of session musicians or auditions, or was it the complete opposite, where you called up just a bunch of people you knew?
You know, it was the main thing at first was this. We already had the songs wrote, so it was just finding the musicians to play on it. And I always use my studio engineer Jamie Hoover, who plays bass on it, does all kind of percussion. And he's like our magic wand, so to speak. So I had a bass player. I had Ramon, who was in the band. He did all the guitars and stuff. And we had our friend Jason from Pitbull Daycare. What's Jason's other band's name? I'm trying to give him a plug. Jason, drummer. Cult to Follow. He plays in that band. Awesome drummer. It just didn't work out for him actually being part of the touring lineup, but he played on the record, played great. He just flew in from Texas, learned the songs in 3 days, and we went and tracked it, and he nailed them all in a day. You know, so when it came time putting the band together, I wanted to find different players from the Wednesday thing. I wasn't looking for the shock rock guys. I was looking for more actually people to play, you know, like real players. Like I've got, first time I've ever had 2 guitar players that are like really lead guitar players. Both switch off. I never had that before, so that's another big difference with the Gunfire thing. So I wanted to do that, and I wanted to get a good bass player because my guy that played bass on the record's insane.
Yeah, so, Nate.
That's something I realized over the years. It's like bass makes a big difference on records. I used to think, oh, any numbnut can play bass and imitate a guitar.
Just tune the bass out in the final mix anyway. So.
So I really just wanted to try to find real players, and luckily it all came together. It came together pretty quick, kind of last minute, and here we are. You know.
How come the album's title? What significance of the album title, Casualties and Tragedies, and what song will best represent the Gunfire 76 sound for people that are new to it?
That's probably a good interpretation of it. I mean, you know, it's just, I mean, it ain't like we're breaking any new ground, like that riff's like changing the world. I mean, it's a fun rock song. I wrote it about basically being on tour, being up every night, the whole partying, you know, blah blah blah. And I started thinking about, you know, all the other rock guys, you know, that have passed away. You got your Bon Scotts, you know, people like that. And it's like, you know, those were the tragedies, and it's like it's the chance you take with being in this business, you know.
Exactly.
Tragedies, and that's what that song's about. So it's kind of like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. And a lot of good people went down in flames, and
no kidding.
Every night we're kind of doing the same, and we're waking up, but it's all in good fun. I mean, I don't want to die. I want to wake up every day.
Obviously.
But this is kind of a tribute to them, going, hey, you know what? We know, you guys lost it. We're right there behind you. And hopefully we're gonna keep
hopefully not too soon, anyway.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's just a fun party song. You know?
Cause I noticed that the Gunfire record's only 11 tracks long. Obviously, are you gonna be doing some of your old songs live from like Fame Bang and Skeletons and stuff like that?
I want to do a